Hello, I'm just playing a pre-qualifying tournament in Dubrovnik in Croatia. Just kind of as a holiday, bit of experiment too. But so I'm just going to try a few tactics. One tactic I might start off my match with a two-handed flat shot, maybe a double Eastern two-handed shot, and that might be my first preference because I'm playing on clay, and clay kind of slows down the ball a lot, and I'm trying to shorten the point, so it might be the speed of a two-handed shot might outweigh the flexibility of a one-handed flat shot on a clay court when you're doing the baseline rallies. So that'd be my first option. If that's not working out, I might switch to a one-handed shot, and I might try serve kind of going up to the net a bit more often, serve and volley, or maybe just going up to the service line and do a few distant volleys. So a one-handed shot, because I'm using the same grip, Eastern forehand, Eastern frontside, Eastern backhand, Eastern serve. That'll be my plan B, is to, because the one-handed shot will be kind of superior for the volleying and kind of the approach shots maybe. So if the baseline rallies aren't working out with the two-handed, I'm going to switch to a one-handed shot. And if that fails again, I might switch to my third option, maybe just like a Western or a mild Western grip on the forehand, or kind of a semi-Western grip maybe, and I'll try heavy topspin and try to hit the ball at maximum speed to try and shorten the point with kind of the angled kind of shots. But that would be kind of very difficult, but if you're trying to play very short points on the Western, but I might have no alternative if I'm losing. So they're kind of the tactics in the back of my mind I'm thinking of. And so I might just record my half of the court, so my opponent doesn't get too much attention if I end up losing. So I'll just see how it goes. Just warm up. So I've switched to a topspin, semi-western on each side. Sure, yeah.
Do you want M or?
I'll go for M.
Yeah.
Stop. Same. I'll serve.
Yeah, same.
Want that side?
Yeah.
So I might switch to a rear side semi-eastern for the backhand for extra topspin. I found the clay just it bounced too awkward, so I'm just going to try topspin. So that's the one I've completed. I'm going to try semi-western on the serve as well. Rear side semi-western, wasn't used to it, need some more practice. We'll keep going at it. Okay, I'm down 3-love. I'm going to switch my tactics. I found some Western a bit too inconsistent. I'm going to try Western on forehand. Topspin rear side Aussie two-handed on the backhand, and the same rear side Aussie topspin serve. So backhand serve the same, so I'll try the Western's a bit different, but I can manage it. Semi-eastern front side. I'm going to try and approach the net a bit more. Net and everything. I'm going to go to Aussie. Sorry?
You cannot be on laptop when you play.
Oh, it's just on my side of the court. I'm not recording him, it's just me.
You're recording.
Sorry?
Now you have to close it.
But it's just me. It's just myself.
Yeah,
I found my tactic anyway. It's going to be serve and volley with the Aussie. It's the closest game I had. A lot of deuces.
that's your set, 6 euros.
We don't switch sides. It's 6.
No, you stay here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's your bag. Yeah, sorry. I was... So down the first set, but I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to slice the backhand. The flat backhand is slightly too inconsistent. Need more practice at it. So I'm going to slice backhand and flash forehand, flash serve. I'm going to try to keep the serve and forehand similar as possible. Okay, I think I'm on the right track, but I'm going to try the same grip, but I'll try more on topspin instead of flat. So topspin Aussie, topspin serve.
What's that? Nice one. 40 okay.
I love to. Go trade off. Just need more time to adjust the grip. I'm going to maintain this grip, I think, for the remainder of the match. Aussie forehand 22 degrees, 22 degrees Eastern. Aussie frontside backhand. Aussie serve. I'm going to try either topspin them or slice them. I won't hit flat to be more consistent. Lost that, I'm afraid. So I'm afraid I lost that match without winning a game, but I suppose beforehand my initial tactics didn't quite go to plan. I suppose I'm at a fierce disadvantage because I don't really have the foot speed to maintain kind of a long run or a long kind of jog, but and I'm playing kind of an opponent from Brazil who could run about 10 times faster than me, so that immediately puts you at a disadvantage. But I think tactical wise and skill wise, I think I learned a lot from the loss. I suppose my tactics to begin with, playing the two-handed shot from the baseline, or playing kind of the topspin shot with the restaurant. I'm able to. I think like I hit the ball well, and I think I hit the ball accurately on court, but I'm not really able to shorten the points sufficiently to make up for my lack of foot speed. So, see if the rally length goes over 4, over 5, I'm not really able to keep up. So I have to really play shorten the points, and extremely shorten the points, where I have to play really within the first few points in order to win the point. I have to get a winner within the first few shots. And so I was able to shorten the point with the restaurant two-handed shot, or two-handed backhand, but just not enough. The rally length was just too long. So I used kind of some experimental tactics like the rear side semi-western backhand. It took me a few shots to kind of get into the hang of it, but I kind of learned it quickly enough. But just I wasn't able to keep the grip because I was just too inconsistent for a competitive match. So I had to try to switch grip. I kind of moved up to semi-eastern for a moment for a few points, but not quite what I had in mind. I then moved, as I was saying, to Aussie. Aussie is the grip between continental and eastern at 22 degrees, and I used that on all sides. I began kind of playing flat on all sides, and I gradually moved to playing topspin or backspin on all sides. Or backspin mainly on the backhand. I used kind of topspin on the forehand and serve a lot. And I think it actually went extremely well in terms of my technique. I was able to get close to the net. I was able to do kind of a lot of fast serves, get them in. I was able to swing the ball very hard and get it in, but just not. I didn't have the finesse to put away a lot of winners, or a few volleys kind of into the net. I kind of messed up. But I suppose I didn't practice one grip in particular before the match, simply because I really didn't know. I knew there wasn't going to be a miracle grip that would solve all of my problems. So I wasn't kind of sure which grip I should use. So I kept kind of my options very much open, and that meant I could eventually find the right grip, but it had kind of a downside that it took me a long time to get into the hang of it. But sometimes it's worth it, because I could be messing around in training for a long time, and I wouldn't really know which tactics work. So when you play a kind of a top level opponent like I was just there, it really forces, kind of stress tests your tactics and forces you to come up with the best tactic that you can. And so for me, that was kind of the topspin Aussie, where I try to approach the net, and so that very much helps my tactics, approach the net, because I don't really have the foot speed for the long baseline rallies, particularly on clay. And that's another thing, the clay can kind of mess up your flat shots a small bit, the odd bounce from the opponent's return. So that's why I kept kind of more towards the topspin Aussie rather than a flat Aussie, just to, when you're trying to hit back a kind of your opponent's serve, can be kind of difficult on flat. So I kind of use topspin. I use occasionally topspin on the backhand Aussie as well, the front side. And so I suppose to an outside observer, the heavy loss could look like a complete disaster, but I suppose it's only yourself that knows your tactics, only yourself that knows your level of improvement. So I think I've improved a lot since my last game, my last match, and so I'm confident in my improvement level. In my tactics, I'm confident. So I think I can improve a lot more. I think it's simply that I didn't really have enough time to fully adapt to the Aussie. I think that's going to be my dominant tactic from here on in, the topspin, serve and volley with the Aussie grip. The Aussie is kind of handy for those kind of acute kind of shots, kind of the angled kind of shots, whereas Eastern 45 degrees is kind of more for the heavy speed shots, or the semi-Eastern tends to be more for kind of the deep shots. So the Aussie topspin kind of grip is kind of great for those kind of angled kind of approach shots to the net, which is exactly what you need for serve and volleying. Initially I was kind of wary of serve and volleying simply because I didn't really have the capacity sometimes to reach all of the way to the net. I couldn't sprint to the net, so I wasn't too sure about it. I knew that if I was serve and volleying I'd have to take a lot of distant volleys from the service line, and I actually found them okay in the end. I improved a lot in them. I suppose once you get into the hang of the backspin, it's very easy to get in those low shots at the service line and hit a few dry volleys. But I think that's something that I could immensely improve on. That I had everything. I had the general technique for Aussie completely sorted out. I think it went well. It was just I didn't have the fine tuning. And it's really, the fine tuning makes an awful lot of difference when it's only a few millimeters that determines whether the ball lands in or out. So that's where I fell down in, and we're taking a few more matches, a few more training sessions, because now I know what I need to do. I need to cement that kind of Aussie grip. That's going to be my dominant grip, I think, for now. So I can focus my entire training on the serve and volleying with the Aussie grip, and from there I'll see what else happens. I suppose the only consolation of the loss is that I'm in a nice area, so it's one thing if you're driving to Tipperary and you're faced with kind of a 2-hour journey back home, whereas here I suppose I can admire the scenery. Nice blue kind of coastline. So that's the only consolation here. When you have such nice scenery here, it hardly makes a difference whether you win or lose. You can just relax and get hot chocolate by the sea or something. So thank you.